Okay, so hopefully we've got now our three forms that you've made, all three data entry forms. Um, how we can navigate through them generally is down here at the bottom, so we can go to the next record, next record. However, what we're going to do is we're going to try and put in some extra buttons, so ways that we can not just go skip back and forth, but we can actually skip through it. What we're going to do is hopefully you've got your customer data entry form open. Okay, I'm just going to close it and reopen it. It's a customer entry form. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to home and then change the view to design view. Okay, now if I click design view, this design tab will pop open. And this button here says button when you hover over it. Okay, it's called button. It's going to allow us to put in some buttons into our data entry form. Okay, so I'm going to click that, and I'll just get rid of this on the side. So I'm going to click a button, and then what it'll do is if I click onto that, it'll allow me to click and drag. So it'll allow me to actually put a button along the side here. Now it'll come up saying command 7. What we can do is we can add a button here that allows us to go to the next record, the first record, last record, etc. Okay. What I'd like you to do is we're going to put in some buttons to be for the first record, the last record, next record, etc. like that. So can you take a print screen of this perhaps? Explain that you're putting in some command buttons and you're using the command button wizard for these. Okay, so hopefully you've taken a print screen of this and explain that you're putting some buttons, navigation buttons. You might want to maybe call it navigation buttons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a button to add a new record. Okay, so if somebody wants to add a new record, then they can just click on this button here. So I'm going to click next. So I've gone record operations and add a new record. I've clicked next. Oops, sorry, just go back. And then what it'll ask me to do is, so I've added a new record. Do I want a picture? So a pencil edit, so that's what my button would look like. Or something like that. Or do I want some text? Now I'm going to click text because it's a little bit easier to read add record. So I'm going to click next. And then a meaningful file name will help you refer to the button later. Now I'm going to call that add record. Okay, so I'm going to give it a meaningful file name. If I click finish, what we've got then is we've got a little button over here on the side. Okay, now you may want to take a print screen and go look at, I've added my button, or here's my button added. Okay, if I go back to form view, you can see now that if I click add record, it'll allow me to add new records. So this little button works. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go add some more buttons. So again, go back to design view, go to the button, excuse the pun, and then I'm going to draw it. And then this time I might go to first record, so I'll put in another button. Okay, so I'll go first record, I'll make a text, and I'll call it first record. Now, what ones that you actually use is up to you really, okay? Hopefully you can start lining them up properly like that. In terms of some of the ones that I've done, if I just zoom in there, add record, find record, first record, last record, delete record, print record, close form. Hopefully you'll have some print screens that look like this. So add some new buttons in, and then take a print screen and label them kind of like this. You might also want to say how you actually added into that. Okay.